have thought about how will it be when I will finally see Lord Krishna or meet him for the first time in my life. Srila Prabhupada used to comment on this natural desire that we should see how we can become qualified for this meeting. This should occupy us very much. And when we hear about the great soul Akrura, who one fine morning went on a chariot to drive to Vrindavan, we can study from his example of what qualifications are necessary for us to adopt on the way to Krishna. Towards the end of Kamsa's regime of terror, he was in constant panic. Kamsa knew that his angel of death had been stationed somewhere else where he was not successful to kill him. He knew Krishna is the 8th child of Devaki, and according to the prophecy, he will be the one who will be taking the life away from me. And Kamsa, from that moment, was in constant fear of Krishna. It is described when sometimes servants brought him a glass of water, and Kamsa took the glass of water and he saw his crown reflected in the water, and he saw, oh no, that's Krishna, and he threw the water on the ground. When his queens came with their saris making this rustling sound, he thought it's Krishna's dhoti who made this sound. Krishna was coming at him, and he began to shriek, "Whoa!" Imagine the queens came to have a good association with their husband, and the husband went when he saw, when he heard it. So Kamsa had tried anything in his power to get rid of Krishna. In fact, he had all the newborn children killed, thinking that Krishna will be around them. Then finally he got a plan. He thought, whatever I have tried was not successful. I have sent the most powerful warriors to Vrindavan to get rid of Krishna. But Krishna has derived superhuman strength from the soil of Vrindavan. He has home advantage in Vrindavan. He is a Vrindavan boy, and whoever comes to kill him there will find that Krishna feels so encouraged by the yogurt which he has stolen that he is able to overcome all the demons. But if I lure him out of Vrindavan, bring him to Mathura, he's out of his natural element. He's away from the people who love him. It will be very easy for me to get rid of Krishna. Kamsa's thinking was not so entirely wrong. When a person is in his own element, he is very strong. But when he leaves the element, he becomes very weak. Look at the crocodile. When the crocodile is in the water, it can even defeat a powerful elephant. But the same crocodile, when it is out of the water on the street, it gets attacked by a pack of dogs and chased away. I have always thought in my own life, when I am in the right atmosphere amongst devotees, if I've chanted my rounds, if I have eaten prasadam lovingly offered to the Lord, I'm in my atmosphere and I can do almost impossible things. But oh, when I'm out of my atmosphere, when I'm not careful in my life to create a spiritual atmosphere, I have no longer a home advantage, but I'm in a foreign land and easily defeated. So Kamsa is not unintelligent. It's not that he doesn't know things. He has given us a good tip. By inviting or bringing Krishna out of Vrindavan, he thought that he could defeat Krishna. What he didn't know is that wherever Krishna goes, there's Vrindavan. Krishna is never even steps one step out of Vrindavan. Vrindavan always comes with him. And that is also the case when we call out Krishna's name and Krishna appears in the form of his holy name. The atmosphere of the place where we chant is immediately filled with Krishna and Vrindavan. So, to take Krishna out of Vrindavan, Kamsa then thought, I will engage Akrura, who's a relative of Krishna. And on that one evening, it was an Ekadasi evening, he called Akrura to his palace in Mathura. He took the hand of Akrura into his own hand. And he very sentimentally said, Akrura, you are the only one who understands me. You please do me a favor. You go tomorrow with a golden chariot which I have extra, which was built for this purpose. You go to Vrindavan and you invite the son of Nanda to come and witness the spectacle surrounding the celebration of Shivaratri. I am a devotee of Shiva, you know this, and I want to celebrate my Lord, and I want that all those who are subordinate to me come. And after Shivaratri, I will entertain all my subjects with a wrestling game. You bring this son of Nanda here. He should enjoy, and maybe he can also wrestle a little bit. And then, when he comes, I have an elephant posted at the wrestling entrance of the wrestling match. Kuvalayadapida, who's my friend, he will kill that Krishna. And even if Krishna escapes my elephant, he will enter the wrestling arena and he will be killed by my wrestlers. Akrura, this is my plan. Krishna is my enemy and I will take care of him tomorrow. And you, my trusted minister, will bring Krishna. And Akrura heard this. He couldn't show his smile. Kamsa noticed how happy Akrura was to be sent by Kamsa to Vrindavan. He might have smelled something in the air. So Akrura looked very serious, but inside he was jubilating. He was saying, all my nights which I have spent crying for Krishna, praying to Krishna, are now successful because now Kamsa has given me a great favor. He has asked me to go to Vrindavan to see Krishna. Wonderful. Kamsa is my best friend. So he was thinking like this, but outwardly he says, said, Kamsa, you have made an excellent plan, but I want to say that sometimes things don't work out according to our plans. Sometimes they don't work out. He couldn't just say, a very good plan that you want to kill Krishna. He indirectly said, we make our plans, but sometimes they don't work out. Indirectly said like this. So, Akrura stayed up throughout the night, chanting intensely. And then, when the morning came, he went to the chariot. He didn't even break his Ekadasi Vrata. And he climbed the chariot and he got ready to travel to Vrindavan. Shukadev Goswami describes a very nice picture of Akrura on the way to Vrindavan. He says, Gachanpati Mahabhago Bhagavat Yam Pukshekshane Bhaktim Param Upagata Evametat Achintaya. As Akrura traveled on the road, the great soul Akrura felt tremendous devotion for the lotus-eyed personality of Godhead. And thus he began to think as followed. Shukadev calls Akrura the great soul because Akrura is now on his way to Krishna. Anyone who's on his way to Krishna is a great soul. He described how Krishna felt tremendous devotion for the personality of Godhead, bhakti, in his heart. And he uses a certain description of Krishna. Does someone of you remember? He said, the lotus-eyed Krishna. Whenever devotees talk of Krishna, they will mention the lotus eyes. Krishna has lotus eyes because just like the lotus who gives so much a cooling effect, when Krishna's eyes fall on someone, all the burning in the heart of the fire of misery is cooled down. Isn't it? When you sit before the deities and look at lotus-eyed Radha Madan Mohan, you feel how the burning in your heart gets over, the anxieties, the problems. You feel when the lotus eyes of the Lord fall on you, everything is over. I remember a few years ago, I was diagnosed to have cancer. I just had come out of a hospital where they almost killed me. And then when I was here in Golokadam trying to become healthy, one doctor diagnosed cancer. And this was enough for me. I just ran to the altar, this altar I remember still. And I said, my Lord, O Radha Madan Mohan, I have suffered so much in the hospital. I almost died. Now I'm diagnosed as having cancer. Maybe I am dead in 1 month or 3 months. But whatever it is that you plan with me, please look at me. I just have this one desire. Look at me. Cast your eyes upon me. Give me your sidelong glance of mercy. And I prayed like this. And I felt how Madan Mohan was starting to look at me. See, when you look at Madan Mohan, he always looks a little above us. Can you see? He's why? Because he's so much in ecstasy being with Srimati Radharani. He doesn't have his eyes on anyone else than Radha normally. But if you pray to him, he will look at you. And when the Lord looks at you, all your misery, all your anxiety will go away. So Akrura thought in the same way, I'm a Kamsa Dasa now, a servant of Kamsa. But I will travel now to the lotus-eyed Lord, and when he will look at me, he will understand that I'm really only outside the Kamsa Das. Inside, I'm a Krishna Das. You know everything. Let us focus on this scene. Vishwanath Chakravarti Kamsa had given Akrura a new golden chariot. He thought, well, Krishna is a village boy. If he sees that new golden chariot, he will jump on the chariot and will like to come to Mathura. Kamsa didn't have a very good understanding of who is Krishna. He thought like you, he thought like a rich man. Or if I come with a golden Mercedes to Goloka Dham, Sacinandana Swami, who is a materialist, will jump in the golden Mercedes and I can drive with him to Cologne. Maybe it would work out, I don't know. But Kamsa really underestimated Krishna totally. So Akrura comes with this chariot and is on his way to Vrindavan. Where does he sit on the chariot? He doesn't sit in the passenger seat because that seat is for Krishna. He doesn't even sit in the driver's seat because he feels so unqualified. He sits on that, you call it dikesel, on that thing which connects the chariot to the horses, just nearby the horses, and he drives to Vrindavan. And in his mind, he does what is called Manorata, means an inner journey to Vrindavan. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that a chariot represents in the Vedic philosophy the mind of a sadhaka. You all have a chariot and you drive with the chariot every day. Maybe some of you I know drive to Vrindavan, they remember Vrindavan, but others of you might drive to The Lord of the Rings or any other movie you have seen, or you might drive with the chariot of your mind to that wonderful girl who lives in the neighbor street, and so on. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, our mind is like a chariot made out of our aspirations, desires and dreams. Maybe we don't have a golden chariot to invite Krishna, but we all have the chariot of the mind. We should invite Krishna there. So I request you, before we will go a little bit into Akrura's mind, to take the chariot of your mind and to go with me to Vrindavan Dham. This is something where we want to follow Akrura, we want to go in his footsteps. We want to take the chariot of our mind. We want to bring the mind to Krishna. Also, we have the chance to meet Krishna, to never forget him, but to remember him. And for that we need a good chariot, the chariot of our mind, which will bring us there. Hare in your mind's eye, Please picture Akrura on a golden chariot. He's jubilant. He feels all his days and nights are now successful. He's on the road to Vrindavan to meet Krishna. He has tolerated so much pain. He had to serve a demon. He had to sometimes externally make compromises, while internally always longing for the day to meet Krishna. Now he's traveling, he's jubilant. He thinks about the lotus-eyed Lord, whose eyes cool all material miseries. Please